comics. We read them every day in the papers. We've been reading comic books ever since we were kids. As CLTV's Darren Lyn tells us, there's still a hot item these days, even hotter with the magical touch of one Chicagoland artist.
1993, the year of the comic book.
There's an awful lot of excitement happening in the comic book field, and it's all increasing this coming year. Marvel Comics is publishing more titles than ever. DC Comics is gearing up their line. And there's so much going on in comics this year that it's sure to drain everybody's wallets that reads them.
Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Human Torch. All of these characters can be seen in the comic books you buy. But there's someone behind these colorful works of art, someone who brings these characters to life.
He's a local artist, and many critics say he's ready to shock the comic book world.
Alex Ross has been called Marvel's secret weapon, and it embarrasses him a little, but it may be true. Alex may be the hottest young artist coming up in the industry today that most people don't know about right now.
Well, I never would assume that I was so great that I would, of course, wind up with the biggest publisher, but yeah, I always had my sights set on things I could do for them. I've been drawing all my life. It was very early on my chosen profession. I'd never had any second thoughts about it. I have a long time interest in superheroes, so I have a lot of previous knowledge going into what would be the best effect of a way to picture this character, what will hit the viewer the most.
And Ross's artwork is sure to get the kids' attention because he follows the guidelines of other successful comic book artists.
It's a matter of storytelling, you know, nobody just pops into comics without having any previous experience doing comic page storytelling.
I think kids are attracted to comics initially by the pictures. And they see superheroes or they see the funny animals, and they're drawn to them. But then they keep on their interest in the comics through the stories themselves, through the characters.
So when Ross's artwork hits the shelves later this year, it is sure to bring the kids to the counter, and it will allow their imaginations to run wild with their comic book dreams. As for Ross...
Oh yeah. It's a fulfilled dream, you could say.
In Wrigleyville, Darren Lyn, CLTV News.
You can look for part 1 of Ross's 4-part comic book series entitled Marvels on bookstore shelves in the fall. Now, if your kids are interested in learning to draw comics and are between the ages of 7 and 13, you can call the number on your screen for more information on comics art workshops, and that number is 312-296-2323.